Hey you guys, it's Lauren, welcome back. So in today's video, we're gonna talk about some skincare, and it's gonna be a little old skincare battle. Now, I don't know if you guys find yourself in this same dilemma, but oftentimes I'll be shopping for skincare. Maybe I'm looking for a specific ingredient, or I'm looking for a moisturizer, but a certain brand has like 5 different ones. They all have similar ingredients, and I'm trying to just dive into the reviews and just figure out which product I really need, which one is gonna really suit me. Maybe one product is a little bit more expensive and you're not sure if it's worth the splurge. Maybe the reviews are better, but you're like, is it worth the money? Well, I'm here today to hopefully help narrow it down for you guys. I have 6 different products in front of me here. I have a moisturizer, 2 moisturizers by e.l.f. that I could not decide between. I know you guys recommended actually both of these to me, so I was excited to try both of them, but I didn't know which one would work for my dry skin, so I wanted to put these head to head. And then I have 2 overnight masks by Cosrx that I could not decide between. I had this one for a long time, but I've always had my eye on the overnight mask. These ended up being totally different, so we'll talk about these. And then also a cult favorite product by Sunday Riley, their Good Genes Serum. I love this guy, but I wanted to put this up head to head with this Biossance serum that's brand new to their line. This is their squalene and lactic acid serum. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a little cheaper. I know I love me some Biossance, so maybe this will be a replacement and I don't have to splurge as much on my Good Genes. But we'll compare the ingredients, we'll talk about the prices, and also my results. So we'll just go ahead and get right into it. All right, so first up, let's talk about these e.l.f. moisturizers. So the Super Hydrate Moisturizer with Hydrating Squalene is a gel formulation. This is 1.69 fluid ounces, $12 USD, and then the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Face Cream, the fragrance-free version, is 1.8 ounces, $12. You're getting a little bit more with this with 1.8 fluid ounces. Now, I was so torn between the 2 of these because they both have squalene, and squalene is one of my most favorite moisturizing ingredients. Squalene is a skin identical component. We actually naturally have squalene in our skin. It gives our skin suppleness, the bounciness, elasticity. It just makes your skin look youthful, and it's just a great moisturizer. And this one is in a lotion form. This is in a gel-like form, but this is called Super Hydrate. So I'm like, okay, it's a gel form. I have dry skin. I'm not really fond of gel moisturizers, but Super Hydrate, like, yes, I have dry skin. Give me all the hydration. And I was just so torn because they both have some star ingredients. But we'll talk about the ingredients first, and we'll start with the e.l.f. Holy Hydration fragrance-free version. There is one with fragrance in it. I know they released that one first. A lot of the reviewers were saying they wanted one that was fragrance-free. Don't you just love when a brand actually listens to their consumers? I thought that was so cool. I always think that is very admirable when you see a brand do that. I know Purito did that with their Comfy Water SPF. They took out, I think there's an essential oil in there, which that was so cool. I mean, kudos to them. So as far as hydrators go, we have glycerin in here, also butylene glycol. They're both humectants that are going to draw water into the skin. And then we have squalene, 10th on the list. It does come before the dimethicone. Dimethicone is our silicone, which I know a lot of people avoid silicones in moisturizers, but for me, I myself, they are not irritating for me. I love them as a great occlusive ingredient. They help to hold water into your skin, and they're just an all-around nice, aesthetically pleasing ingredient. And then further down on the list, we have some peptides. There's 2 peptides in here. If I'm looking for a good anti-aging moisturizer, I usually have my eye out for peptides. Peptides are great for moisturizing the skin. They really plump out the skin, smooth out fine lines and wrinkles, if anything, just by moisturizing the skin. So you always love to see a peptide in a cream, and for a $12 cream, that was awesome to see. And then also hyaluronic acid, another obviously great humectant. So many great moisturizing agents in here. As far as the texture goes, it's a stiff lotion-like cream, super moisturizing. It really sinks into the skin very quickly, and it actually doesn't really leave a dewy appearance to the skin. It dries down to almost more of like a demi-matte, and that is my one issue with this. It's a little powdery as it dries down, but I appreciate that it's just such a buttery formulation. It feels so good on the skin, and I actually compare this a lot to my Biossance Omega Repair Cream. It has that same thick velvety consistency. So I'll show you guys how this looks on my hand. So here's the cream. Oh, it feels so good going onto the skin. Really moisturizing, just so soothing on the skin too. So you're initially obviously left with a dew, but like I said, once it does dry down, it's a little bit more of a matte finish. But it feels great on the skin. I really enjoy it. It's so heavy and satisfying. It actually feels like a luxury cream. If you put that in like a fancy package, I would easily think that was like a $60, $70 moisturizer. It feels that good on the skin. It's just great, loving that. Now, does it perform as well as the e.l.f. Super Hydrate Cream? Let's talk about this one. So this is in a gel formulation. It reminds me a little bit of Drunk Elephant's Protini Cream, but it's a little bit more gel-like. I feel like a Protini Cream is almost a cross between a gel and a lotion. So here it is on my hand. It absorbs really quickly. It feels so nice going on. It feels like the moisture is like sucked into your skin. It feels like such an invigorating cream. I love it on initial application. Now I'll talk about what I didn't like about it in a second, but we'll talk about the ingredients first. So there's some really great antioxidants in here, niacinamide, just some great actives, some good research-backed ingredients. So that is why, besides the gel formulation, I was definitely more intrigued, I think, by this one. And I think the title got me when it's, you know, it's called a Super Hydrate Cream. I'm like, oh my gosh, that has to be moisturizing, right? And just diving into the ingredients a little deeper. So second and third on the list is the butylene glycol and the glycerin, and then fourth on the list is the dimethicone. So you would think this is a little bit more silicone heavy, but it doesn't have that greasy feel like the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer has, like not that like heavy feel on the skin. It feels so lightweight. And then we have niacinamide coming in at fifth on the list. So niacinamide is great if you want to brighten up your skin. It's also known to smooth out wrinkles. It's known to be soothing. It's also a good anti-acne ingredient, great for controlling sebum in the skin. So just so many functions to niacinamide. I just love it in product. And you see it everywhere because it's a very stable ingredient. So that was cool to see. And then we have our squalene in here. Squalene comes in a little higher than the Holy Hydration Cream does. After squalene, we have our Centella Asiatica. Centella is great for its wound healing capabilities. It also has some antioxidant components to it. That is awesome to see. It's in a lot of Korean skincare. I love me some Centella. It's great for soothing the skin. It's just an all-around beneficial ingredient. And then we have this mushroom extract in here, this Tremella fuserum. Oh gosh, I shouldn't even attempt to pronounce it. But basically the fancy scientific word for a snow mushroom. Snow mushroom is found in a lot of Youth to the People products. It's supposed to hold on to moisture just like how hyaluronic acid does. Have vitamin E, propanediol. Propanediol is a great emollient. So if I was just comparing the ingredient list, I probably would go for the Super Hydrate Moisturizing Cream. But for my dry skin, I'm going to be reaching for the Holy Hydration fragrance-free version all the time now. I just love this. It's so buttery and velvety on the skin. It does the job. It's super moisturizing. There's peptides in here. You have your hyaluronic acid, also the squalene, so great moisturizers in here. The only thing about this, like I said, it does dry down to that powdery finish, and I can get a little bit of pilling from this, some of that flaking underneath makeup, which I'm not too fond of, but for a nighttime cream, this really sinks into the skin, and it is awesome. For a $12 cream, fragrance-free, this is amazing. Now, if you have oily skin, this is an awesome option. This Super Hydrate, great ingredients. It does leave a little bit of a tacky finish, so if you're not into that, maybe you wouldn't want to go for this, but oh my gosh, just the quenching feel you get with this is so amazing. But I do find that this is more moisturizing. And even though this has a little bit more, if you look at the ingredient list, this would look a little bit more promising, more extracts, more, you would assume more moisturizers in this one, but this is a lot heavier. So that just goes to show you that the ingredient list doesn't always tell you the full story. So I'm glad I gave these a go. I'll still be using this, but this one is so much more hydrating and it feels like a luxury cream. So I was so impressed by this one. I hope this is in stock now. For the longest time, this was saying this was out of stock on Ulta, but I'll try to find a direct link to this. Just loving that Holy Hydration Cream, just okay, and let's talk about these masks by Cosrx. Cosrx is one of my most favorite Korean brands. I was eyeing both of these masks for the longest time. So the Ultimate Moisturizing Honey one, I was sent out this by YesStyle a long time ago, and I wasn't that impressed, but I kept reading into the ingredients, and I'm like, this sounds amazing. I should love this. Why don't I love this? But then everybody was telling me I needed to try out the Ultimate Nourishing Rice Mask. They were saying that this is a lot better for dry skin. Try this out. So I picked this one up. I love a sleeping mask, especially now. My skin has been extra parched and dry. I don't know why. I guess just from being inside so much. Maybe it's the extra wine I'm drinking during quarantine, but my skin just feels like the life has been sucked out of it. And I just love these sleeping masks at night. I usually go for a heavy moisturizer, but sometimes these are a nice treat at night. So great. So let's break it down. The main difference between the two, besides the ingredients, this is in a gel-like formulation and this is a lotion-like formulation, similar to our e.l.f. moisturizers. Now the honey mask, this is mainly composed of this propolis extract. This is actually 87% propolis. The propolis is known for its soothing capabilities. It's a great anti-inflammatory agent. So it's really awesome for healing acne because it calms down that redness. So I do like this if my skin just feels angry. It's a great calming mask, but if I'm gonna use this at night, I'm missing out on my moisturizer step because I would use this as the last step in my routine, and it's just not occlusive enough. And it's more of a watery gel. It's just not heavy enough. With the propolis, there's also some great skin identical ingredients in here. There's glycerin. We also have, let's see, we had butylene glycol, another humectant was in here. Also allantoin, arginine, and adenosine, which interestingly enough, we use arginine in the hospital, and then also adenosine. Adenosine is actually like a very quick acting drug that we use to correct heart arrhythmias. It's an important component for like cellular function. So it's interesting. Maybe it helps to maybe repair the skin's barrier at the same time. If anything, I think it's cool to see these skin identical components in skincare. I mean, they're not always going to do the same exact thing if it doesn't penetrate your skin. It's still interesting to see, and like I said, all these ingredients are very big in Korean skincare. Propolis too, like I said, it's known for its anti-inflammatory effects, but this gel-like formulation just wasn't enough for my dry skin. Now, this rice mask. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. It's a thick lotion-like formulation. It absorbs quickly into the skin. It feels occlusive enough to where it just seals everything in. I can apply this over serums. It doesn't make anything pill. It layers nicely with other products. And I just wake up with like the smoothest, brightest skin ever. Because rice extract is the main ingredient in here, and rice extract is known for its calming and brightening capabilities, its soothing and moisturizing capabilities. But when sunflower seed oil is in here, I love sunflower seed oil. It's great for healing the skin. It actually is known to help to repair the skin's barrier. So maybe that's why I'm feeling such a great moisturizing factor from this. And it's high up on the list. We also have niacinamide high up there. There's also palm oil in here, and then again with the allantoin and the arginine. So a couple similar ingredients in here, but there's more oils in here, and the propolis is just more of like, it's going to be more of a soothing anti-inflammatory mask. You're not going to get a ton of hydration from this. If you have oily skin and you want something to soothe your redness down, maybe go for this. But my dry skin friends out there, honestly, even if you have oily skin, this is nice and lightweight, but it really does the job with the moisturization factor, and you get some brightness from this, and it's just, it's a nice plumping overnight mask. All right, and then last but not least, let's talk about these two lactic acid serums. This one by Biossance is brand new, and I was so excited about this. This is squalene. You guys already know, I love my squalene. Squalene's in here, lactic acid. Lactic acid I love as an exfoliant. It's an AHA, and it's a larger molecule than glycolic, so it doesn't penetrate as deeply, which hence makes it a little bit more gentle for the skin, but it still does the job and is a great exfoliator. So I love it. I just always feel like anytime I use any kind of lactic acid, my skin just feels smoother and brighter and just youthful. I get that like youthful glow after I use the lactic acid, and it's very gentle, so I love that aspect. The Biossance had me excited because it's 10% lactic acid. The lactic acid sits higher up on the list than Good Genes does. I couldn't find anywhere where this lists the percentage of lactic acid, so I cannot tell you the official percentage. Now, what I can tell you is they list the pH of this on Beautypedia's website, and this comes in at a pH of 2.6, which is extremely low for a AHA serum. So the lower the pH, the more acidic a product is. And for exfoliation to occur, you want your serums to come in at least under a 4, maybe like 3.5 or 3. And really anything under a 3 is very hard to find over the counter. As a matter of fact, all these in-office chemical peels performed by dermatologists actually come in at like pHs of a little under 2. Some are under 2, some are just around 2, but the fact that this is 2.6 and it's sold over the counter and is so gentle and is effective and you don't get any irritation, this is one of my holy grail serums. This is the one product that I've always recommended to my friends. When they come to me and ask me for skincare advice, they're like, Laura, if we could buy one product, we don't care about the price, just whatever it is, what do we need in our skincare arsenal? And I tell them Good Genes. I almost hate to recommend it sometimes because I know it is so expensive, but try it out in store if you can. Obviously, with times like these, we cannot get samples in store, unfortunately, but if you can get your hand on, you know, a deluxe sample or something, try this out. This is so good. It's always been my go-to. The glow I get from my skin the next day after using this is just amazing. I would always save this for special events because it is so pricey and I get that immediate result from this. It's just a facial in a bottle. I love this. So when I heard that Biossance was coming out with this new lactic acid, I was so excited. I'm like, awesome. It's $62. A full size of the Good Genes actually is now a little cheaper. It goes for $85. It was originally, I think it went for $100. So it's awesome that Sunny Riley brought down the price. I don't know what that's about. I mean, how often does that happen? Even so, this $62, that price tag is a little bit more enticing for me. Now, the one thing I completely missed when I was researching this product before I bought it was the fact that this has lavender oil in here. I usually never go for an essential oil containing product. Now, the Good Genes, this actually does have lemongrass oil in here. So they both unfortunately have these fragrant oils in here. Huge bummer, huge negative for me. But there's always been those products where the performance and the results just outweigh the fact that there's fragrance. I really try to look out for it these days though. So I was bummed to see that this has the lavender oil in here. I really wanted this to be the winner because of the price tag, but unfortunately it almost, I don't know if it's over exfoliating my skin because I'm truly getting such like the most irritating feel to my skin after I use this. Even when I give myself like 2 or 3 days in between using this, my skin just feels ultra sensitive. And a couple times I even have woken up with these red little bumps in the middle of my eyebrows. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's irritation from the lavender oil. I don't know if it's just too much exfoliation going on, but yeah, this just felt too intense for me. It's way too irritating. And even though this has the super low pH, it's really acidic, you would think this would be super strong, you get that satisfying tingle and the most glowing result to your skin. But oh my gosh, I've never gotten any kind of redness from this, even with that lemongrass in here. Now there are some other plant extracts in here. Maybe they aid to the soothing capabilities of this. I don't know, but this just does the job. My skin feels smooth, hydrated at the same time, no redness, and just plumped out. Like it does what I want it to. It smooths out my lines somehow. It's just, this is magic in a bottle. I love this stuff. Hate that there's lemongrass in it, but it just works. And unfortunately, I can't even guarantee that this isn't going to give you any sensitivity or allergy because of the fact that there is lemongrass in here. So one isn't necessarily more allergenic than the other because they both have the essential oil, but there's just something more calming, and this one is just more effective. It does what it's supposed to do. This one just gave me too much irritation. Maybe it's the lavender oil, maybe it's the fact that there's too much lactic acid in here. I don't know, but I was definitely disappointed by this, and bummer to see the lavender oil in here as well. So yeah, I just have not been liking this so much. And it takes a lot more product. This goes so much further. And that lavender, it's a strong scent to this as well. So if you're not a big lavender fan, I don't think you would like this. I mean, this stinks also. This smells like straight up like a cleaning product, but the results are amazing. Oh, Sunny Riley, just please take out the lemongrass and I would love you even more. But again, I just love the results from this. It's a facial in a bottle. This is just my favorite. So yeah, out of the two, the Good Genes is definitely the winner here. And again, if you don't want to spend the full price, there's so many great like little deluxe sample kits from Sunny Riley. There's one that comes with a ceramic slip cleanser that I have had my eye on because I've been dying to try their cleanser. Leave your experiences down below if you guys have tried Good Genes. I'd love to hear from you guys because I know when you hear that price tag, you're like, oh gosh, is that really worth it? But I know, like I said, I recommended this to my friends and everybody loves it just as much as I do. Definitely a splurgy product, but so worth it to me. I love it. I hope this video was helpful to you guys. I thought it was fun, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are all safe and healthy out there. Work has still been, I know I've been giving you guys pretty much weekly updates on how it's been at work, and it's still, need to find some wood. It's been essentially quiet. The rate of COVID in pediatrics is still at 3%, which I'm very thankful for. I am thinking of all you guys, especially those healthcare workers that are in the adult population. They are seeing it so much more. They're getting hit a lot harder than we are in the pediatric setting. But yeah, I'm just thinking of all you guys that are essential workers, those of you that have been affected health-wise, financially, thinking of all you guys. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are the best. Leave in the comments down below if there's any other products you want to see me put head to head, maybe products that you've seen me talk about before, or products that are just similar that you'd love to know what the differences are between them. And yeah, thank you guys again for everything. You guys are the best, and I'll see you guys in my next video.